teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 9 now. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black shot. Check. Ultra.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Purdy. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the tight end, Davidson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond, as you just noted. And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. On 4th down, here's Purdy. Flush, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The Bengals 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now. Blue 32.
Get him. He's checking.
Hey, go Fury.
On second down, Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. On first down, it's Purdy. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. And
he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Purdy goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Purdy will look to throw again here. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's got room at the 30, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Check four, switch.
Smash, smash.
Alert three.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They had 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Here we go, set. 33, yellow.
I can't believe they even let you play. Like 18.
6, mega. Hey, go steal.
Kill.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Slide through.
Everyone got four down. Mike 18.
Hey, check mega.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 46 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mecole Hardman, 38 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TV.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Fresh off that pick six, here's Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And there's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Purdy now to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
Purdy on fourth down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Kamara up the middle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
45, right. Check, 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 check. Switch. Steal, check, steal.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Kadarius Toney, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.